Our barn.
You're on the 300 Boys YouTube channel.
All right, guys, here it is. Another barn find that Alex has drug in, and he's putting some gas in it right now. He's already checked the oil. We're not going to do anything else to this thing and see if it'll tell us anything before we ever even pull it any farther than this. So he's going to go ahead and turn the fuel on there. Got choke on, I'm sure. See if it does anything. So, you seen there our first start video, poured gas in, it started, no one's surprised, it's a Honda. We rolled it down here, got some air in the tires, got them all loaded up with air and they're good to go. This one's loose, we need to tighten down the lug nuts on that wheel. We'll go ahead and do a visual check on the rest. We got two, that'll be, 4 wouldn't hold it and 2 never would. Or 2 won't hold it, 4 never would. You guys get the point. So it looks like we're good there. You guys seen it run. Headley, or Alex, as you guys know him, H&S Cycles. He has many aliases. He's going to be putting a clutch cable on it here in a second. I'm going to video him doing that. Once he gets the clutch cable on, we're going to see if this thing will ride, if it'll ride. We'll guys get you some riding footage. We may have to turn into the carb, but we're going to bring you guys along for the trip. Another barn find in clear Honda style. So she started fresh out of the barn with just a little bit of gas. Stay tuned. All right, guys. Well, here's Headley putting the clutch cable on. Okay, try number 3, guys. Alex has got the clutch cable off of my 250X Quad Revival bike here. We're still waiting on parts and tools, etc. for that. I actually just got my hone in today so we can get a cylinder dressed. Anyhow, so while we're waiting on now, I'm gonna let Alex use this clutch cable on his bike, off of that bike, because it turns out 250X is different and I'm an idiot.
Hold that on there?
Yeah, so you know what you're doing there, guys. Hold on, you have to make sure that's lined up first. There you go. Oof, that clutch pull though, it's pretty awful actually. That's okay, we've got some now. Alex is gonna run an adjuster in here and we're gonna see if it'll do anything. If it ever starts.
We'll adjust it on the fly.
Maybe if it even moves. We'll start it then. Oh, I see how it is. It starts real easy after multiple years sitting in a barn and now it don't want to start at all. Okay, cool. All right, guys, we didn't change anything. He's just trying again. Kick it like you mean it.
You gonna start it?
We'll make sure it's started by now. Might be out of time.
You want to try and roll start it?
Yeah, that's what I said.
All
Tired
right.
of
Attempt 627.45. This time we're going to try roll starting it and see if old Alex can get her a bump start. But first, let's take a quick break to take care of that before we forget. Oh, you know what they say, right? If one wouldn't hold it, four never would. Right? Up on there, big guy. Forget this noise. I'm hooking you up to the bike. All right. Be right back, guys. I'm tired. All right, guys. Let's see if we can roll start this thing. All right, here we go.
jumped on. You fucking put full throttle and you can feel it in the, or the motor, you can feel it.
You guys just seen footage there. We tried to roll start it and Nathan. So, back to the drawing board on this one. No idea how in the world it ran whenever we pulled it off the truck. It's refusing to run now, so I'd say minimum carburetor, probably timing. I don't know. We're going to diagnose a little bit, bring you guys back in when we have half an idea what we're working with. For now, she is AF cat. Alrighty, guys. So you seen we pulled this truck off, or bike off truck, fired up first kick after been sitting in a barn for many years, and now it won't run no matter what you do to it. You seen us drag it around there a little bit and try and roll start it, and that produced somewhere roughly between 0 and none results. So now we're going to tear it down and see what's going on in there. I think some things are not doing some things, and some other things maybe doing some things they're not supposed to be thinking. And so we're going to tear it apart there and see if the thingamabob is, you know, whatchamacallit, and let you guys know. Okay, so plastics are off now. He went ahead and took our intake boot here off. So next thing is the tank. He's going to take that off, and then we'll be able to access the carburetor, the head, etc. Yada, check on the whatchamacallit and the thingamajig. All right, so what we found here is we got this off, and it turns out indeed the thingamajig was indeed touching the whatchamacallit when it shouldn't be touching the whatchamacallit. So that means that you know, we got a problem there because, you know, of the thingamajig and the whatchamacallit. Not co-aligning, so I don't know if you, well, right there, you guys see that? How there's pressure on that? All right, so that means that it is pushing pressure on the valves. That's your valve spring springing up. It doesn't always mean that, but you can see right there, your rocker arm moving down and in. You guys can't see right there. Watch those. They're moving up and down as I'm on there, and I don't know if you guys are gonna, yeah, you can't see back in there. Maybe. Anyways, that's our top dead center mark. So the cam lifts should both be facing down, valves closed, because that should be compression stroke. And you see there what we're getting is valve train movement. So, indeed, the thingamabob is touching the whatchamacallit. It shouldn't be, yada yada. We're going to pull this rocker box off. See what, make sure everything's copacetic in there, and if it is, check timing chain, tensioner. We see why it's out of time. Maybe it's just put together out of time. We're going to put it back in time, and then we'll see what we got then. Okie dokie, well, here's what we got to work with. Someone used about 1,200 pounds of Honda Bond on this thing, so it took us about 3.5 days to get that off. We got that off there. Got down to the old thingamajig here. I don't know where he set the rocker box, but the whatchamacallits in it were pretty good. The rocker arms, for those of you that don't know, I'm talking like an idiot. We gotta get this Honda Bond off this valve. I mean, I guess it don't really matter, but we don't want that to break off later and go and stuff. Next thing, our cam looks good. Our rocker arms look good. Chain is really loose. I'm not sure if that's because of tensioner, or if the chain's junk. We're gonna look a little bit deeper into that now and check time, and there you go.
You want to take the tensioner out?
So, upon further inspection, we do have a bad timing chain tensioner. She junk. Timing chain is also, as well, how do I say this? Trash. Complete garbage. Not usable. We're not using it. So, Alex has drained the oil. He's pulling the side case off there so we can get to the bottom side there and slippy do this thing out and then slippy do another one in. So, here's what we've got. You can probably tell there.
Junk, good.
Yeah, hold them back up there side by side. See if you can get a good comparison of how they're bending. Don't hold them. Hold the one straight. Hold them both straight out and see which one falls farther.
This one.
For sure, yeah. So, yeah, you can kind of see right there, guys. Anyways, that one's completely trash. Garbage. Done for. So, Alex is installing that one. It is a brand new kind of cam timing chain. He's getting that thrown in there, and we'll throw it back together, put her in time, all that fun stuff. Yep. Let you know. Okay, so we've got the motor time back in. We've got the clutch side back on and everything. New timing chain in. All that good stuff over there. Kicker, reverse lever, all that stuff's hooked back up. We've got everything put back out. Should be there. We got the bike back in time and everything. Got this all cleaned up, and Alex has put some blue RTV. It's not what you're supposed to use, but once again, we like to party, so we'll see what happens. And really, it's all we had. So it'll work. It'll be better than a kick in the pants. He's going to throw this rocker box on there. Once he does that, we're going to torque all the bolts down, all that good yada yada stuff. Motor words and engine buildings things. And once we do that, we'll adjust our valve lash, and we'll be ready to see if this thing will tell us anything.
Did you put these in the wrong hole? Some of these?
Okay, so Alex is getting this all tightened up and everything now. He's put the intake horn back on there, the valve covers. We got all the rocker box bolts tightened up and everything. Got our breather here routed back in. Carburetor on as well. So he's got the gas tank over there, some good gas. I put these plugs back in it over here too. So we were just putting oil in it and the gas tank back on, short of seeing if this thing will fire. Stay tuned. Or don't. Whatever you want to do. Here we are. We've got the motor put back together. It's in time. We know it's got spark. We've got, make sure this is on. Is our fuel on? Yep, we've got our fuel on. The carburetor's back on. There's fuel in the tank, fresh fuel. Now it's all time to see what she's made of. Go ahead and place your bets on how many kicks now. All right, guys, well, there you have it. This thing runs, barn fine, and yet again another one we've drug in the garage and checked out the whatchamacallits and the thingamabobs and got her running. And so she's running, even got the exhaust leak fixed there, mostly. He's still doing some tightening. We'll get that taken care of, but that ain't no big deal. The thing even idles, revs up. What more can you ask for? It's an old Honda. I guess that part was expected. Oh my. She's real smooth now. Honestly, it's been a long time since I've heard of the 250X top end that quiet, man. That's quieter than Cole's bike was.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, you hear that thing?
All right, guys, there you have it. She runs. There's only one thing left to do now. We're going to take her out and see if she runs and rides. That's not hooked up. All right, here we go. He's going to see if we can take her for her first test ride. All right. There you have it, folks. Another one drug from a barn and revived back to life by your favorite 300 boys. Yes, this one was in 1 week, too. That's true. 1 week from the time he purchased this. We worked on it twice, and here she is. He just took her on her first test ride. We're going to do a couple other little things, and she needs some carrier bearings, so we're going to do those to it, so it's really ready to ride. Probably go through it and make sure everything's copacetic, give it an oil filter and stuff like that. Change the oil again. And then we're going to see what she has. So tune in for that episode where we actually get to do taking on its first real test ride. And take it through some trails and out in the field and stuff like that. Hopefully get some footage. For now, that's all we've got. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep it real.